Evening chaps and chapettes, Roggor here, and welcome to Dead by Daylight, a game I haven't covered on the channel before, but which I actually play a relatively fair amount. It's pretty much my go-to game when I fancy a little bit of online multiplayer. Basically, if you don't know about the game, essentially think, you know, all of that, the 80s slasher films, you're playing that. One person is a killer, 4 people are the survivors, like there's Paul Salt around the campfire there. Survivor's got to escape, killer's got to kill. Nice and simple, but oh, it is addictive. Now, I do play as Survivor mainly because I've tried as Killer and I am just very shit at it. Survivor I can actually sort of do. Kind of. So in the game, at least as far as the Survivor side goes, you've got items, you've got add-ons you can put onto the items to make them better. Offerings, which are one-shot use per round, which do various effects within the game. Perks are the most important part, because you unlock them by playing certain characters and leveling them up, and they all do certain things. Like, this is the ones which I tend to run at the moment. So self-care, basically, if you get hurt, you can heal yourself without a med kit or needing someone else nearby. Sprint burst, which basically means when you first start running, you run real fast. Iron will, I'm kind of on the fence about whether I might swap it out for something else, but basically, if you're hurt, so long as you're standing still, you don't make any noise. So basically, if you get hit by the killer, manage to, in my case, sprint burst away and hide behind a wall, if they're not tracking your blood, if you're staying completely still, they might miss you. It doesn't happen that often, to be honest, but sometimes. And urban evasion is pretty much my favourite. I mean, self-care is pretty much a requirement at the moment, but I like urban evasion quite a lot because basically you crouch walk faster than you normally walk, and because you're crouched, you barely get seen. So it's very useful, I found, on the open maps. But that's just me. That's how I play. This is probably quite toxic, and yeah, the Dead by Daylight community does have a bit of a problem with toxicity, but then again, there was a fantastic Reddit post about the psychology of the game, and because it's asymmetrical multiplayer, basically one player has all the power and 4 people don't, people get salty very easily. So I'm just going to go for low at the moment, because basically what I'm trying to do is... Actually, I'll show you. Yeah, if anyone's played Final Fantasy X, this looks pretty familiar. They call it the blood web, but basically these little points over here, the blood points, is the currency. You get them by doing stuff within the games, and then whenever you get out, you can cash them out into various items, add-ons, perks. All of those are in there, and you basically get them. You go through. Once you hit level 50, that's the cap. And then what you can do is you can do this prestige, when you give up all your items and your perks, which is quite tough, but it's a case of you get a prestige bit of clothing, which I don't give a shit about, but the higher your prestige, the rarer the items are that turn up in here. So basically, if someone's like, for some reason, the survivors, all the prestige stuff is all bloody clothing, so if someone's fully covered in blood, it means they've probably got some good shit knocking around. And that's essentially what I'm doing, because I've gone through, so let's go to the character info. Yeah, you get bios of all your characters, and it tells you what they're called teachables. Basically, each survivor has 3 perks, which when you unlock them at a certain level within the blood web, these then randomly appear with the other characters. So essentially what the idea is to go through each of the survivors, unlock all their teachables, so you can essentially basically metagame and get what you want as the best. There are some which you can't, unfortunately. Now, for example, Laurie Strode from the Halloween series. Yeah, I can't because she's DLC. Fortunately, however, there's this little thing here called the Shrine, which basically 4 random perks are selected, and you get a week that you can unlock them by the iridescent shards. Basically, the longer the games are, the more shards you get per game. But basically, play the game, you get shards, and you can then buy a perk. And these also include the perks from DLC people, which is quite handy indeed. Actually, speaking of DLCs, let's check the roster. So we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 6 originals, and we got Bill from the Left 4 Dead for some reason. Then we got DLCs. So Detective Tap from Saw, Quentin Smith from Nightmare on Elm Street, Fagin Min and Ace and Scotty are both original characters, and Laurie Strode from Halloween. So basically we got some of the like classic slasher films already integrated into the game. There are rumours of more coming along the way, because there is a Friday the 13th game that's very much like this, but it's a case of, do they own the license, or is it just the films, is the character itself? So we might be seeing Jason at some point. But either way, I'm going to go with my standard stuff, just shove on some dark mist, basically create some darker clouds to hide in, camping kit as well, just in case. And let's see what we can find. But this little thing up here, this is your rank. Basically, when you play the games, if you do well enough, you get little pips, the little circles there, and you go through the ranks. So it's basically, essentially like the again, Call of Duty, Battlefield, all of that. The military ranks. The higher your rank, you're going to be matched with higher rank people in order to fight. Unfortunately, they've done some tweaking recently, which has kind of broken the system, not as much as it was. It previously used to be the case of it was very easy to get to rank 1 as a survivor, and it was still reasonable to do with killer, but it was very easy as survivor. And unfortunately, they've changed it and they've tweaked it, and now it's a case of it's actually quite hard to upgrade as a survivor, but it's still that medium difficulty for killers. So now it's a case of killers who were rank 1 are not finding any games because everyone's still in the lower doldrums like me. And what we're having is people who are low rank because they are genuinely not very good going up against killers who are good but have deliberately come down in rank in order to find games. It's called the emblem system. It's a pile of poo. Okay, so those were the offerings. Those, again, do some various bits and bobs. So someone's got something decent because they got the purple hand, which means they don't lose the items if they die. They also had the jar of salty lips, which increases luck. Very nice. Right, so what have we got? So, Cold Tower at the Macmillan Estate. So that's the map. So mostly wooded outside with a few buildings. There we go. Claudette. Right. Now, what I tend to like to do, and this is very, very pussy, I will admit it, is I like to... Okay, so now I know because of that sound, that's the chainsaw, and because of the long drawn out, that means it's the hillbilly. Probably the most dangerous killer, as a matter of fact, because he is incredibly fast. Fucking hell. Looks like he found the Quentin. Yeah, he's found the Quentin. Oh, bloody hell, all over here. And he's charging the chainsaw, he's not just running with it. So that means he's kind of good. But he is in the chase. So that means me and this lass, this other Claudette, can get on repairing the generators, because you've got to repair 5 generators in order to... Yeah, you've got to repair 5 generators in order to open up the exit so you can escape. But that's... And the killer's got to knock people to the ground and hook them on these hooks. That's the basic idea of the game. But what you have to do is you have to earn points in order to sort out your rank. Well, this one has been started. Jesus Christmas, this is not safe. Okay, that was just incredibly bloody lucky that he decided to go that way and not loop back. So there's not just 5 generators, because otherwise you get down to 1 and the killer would just stand beside it and laugh. There's multiple ones. I think there's 7 per map, I think. Okay. I'm going to skedaddle on down and find another generator to get on while he's hurting someone. Ah. Oh shit, someone's down. I'm just going to cleanse these. Yeah, these totems you find around, they're nice and easy for points for survivors, but basically there's some perks killers have which use these, and some of them are very, very nasty indeed. Okay, which way are you coming? Now, do you have... Okay, because one of the nastier killer perks is one by the name of Barbecue and Chili. Basically, they hook a survivor, and they can... Okay, he's coming back. You can then immediately see where all the other survivors are. he's over there. Now I've rescued that person. There he is. Have you seen me? No, so you're going after them. So I'm going to head on over to this generator and get cracking. Yeah, and you got QTEs in order to sort out, because otherwise this would just be a case of sit here, hold a button. Oh, I've got a perk pop up, streetwise, so that means Come on, can I do it before he turns up? Not really. Is he coming up? He should be going after the other... That poor soul. What's her name? Nia. Yes, he is. Okay, right, I'm going to skedaddle on down to the bottom of the map. Open up a box. That way I get points. It's all about points. Essentially, it's kind of retro in a way, because point scoring is the point of the map. Fuck me, that was lucky. He might have seen me though, I'm not sure. Nah, he saw someone else, but unfortunately that's what the hillbilly's good at. He's fast and his weapon knocks you down in one shot, but he's got to commit to it. Oh, he's doing that because there's also a perk called Last Strike, Deadly Strike, or whatever. There's a perk which allows for a frickin' survivor to take it out. Oh no, he's going for the basement. That's hooks downstairs in that shack. It's very hard to get off those, because the killer can just camp the only way out. Me no likey. What I really should do is I need to get on a generator. I haven't done any frickin' generator stuff. I've tried this one multiple times and just got scared off. Oh good, he jumped off. Oh. Handy dandy. But more handy is that this killer isn't running ruin. That's when the little ring on the generators turns red and it really slows down getting these generators. Now, logic speaking, he should be chasing after those two that are injured. You can see survivor status, bottom left-hand corner. So see, this Nia was not running self-care. I couldn't really see how the hell you could do this game without self-care. So either someone's working up here or it has been worked on. Where is he? Keep an eye out for the heartbeat. Ear out even. Hello David. That's the character's name. Because that little heartbeat lets you know when the killer is nearby. Because the hillbilly is a... there's probably actual names for them. Well, I call the likes of the hillbilly pressure killers. They keep up the pressure on the survivors in order to, well, not horribly die. Okay, heartbeat gone. Grand. So I've got a bit of healing. I've got to save someone from the hook. Done a little bit of generator stuffs. Oh shit, who's down? Over there. Okay, so she was probably giving them the runaround. So there's this one over here. Yeah. I'm crouch walking because I want to keep my frickin'... Okay, he's probably got barbecue and chili. That perk I mentioned that allows him to see where we are. So more than likely, he's heading our way right now. Okay, now. Okay, looks like we're both going for the save then. It's quite often what you can... Right, where is he? I hear his heartbeat. He's down there. Oh, he's camping. That's a shame. Oh well. Good luck, love. Oh shit, don't see me. To be honest, that's why I play as Claudette the most, and this is going to sound weird, but because she's black, has black hair, and the clothing she has access to are all very, very dark, it's actually quite easy for killers to overlook her. So now we've repaired that. We've got 2 places to go. Now, is he going to come after us? Is he going to... I have a feeling he's going to camp that poor sod. Yeah, he is. I'm going to... Aha! No one escapes death. A nasty one. Basically, when we open up the doors, he can one-hit kill us with his weaker weapon. All killers have... Most killers have 2 weapons, but now I can do this and skedaddle. I've got a nice ton of points, and your devious plan has been foiled. Oh, and I should fucking leg it. See? 2 people have escaped. There's no way on earth I'm going to be able to save that person, so peace out, man. Sorry, sir, what's your face? But hey, an escape. He's got 5 grand in points. Very nice. But let's see how I actually did. So rate the match. That was alright. That was a 4. The points really don't matter now, because what matters here is the emblems. So see, unbroken. I didn't get hurt. That's good. Lightbringer, I didn't do much. Is repairing generators. Didn't do much on those, so meh. Alright, Benevolent, I did a little bit of healing and a hooking. That got me there. And Evader, I basically didn't stay anywhere nearby. Yeah, and the chat. Oh, there's so much salt there. There's more salt than the entire salting ocean. But I got a pip. See, you need it. So if you get past the black pip, then you're safe. If you get past those ones, okay. Okay, GG, whatever. Yeah, when it says host, that means the killer. I don't even know why there is even a chat feature, to be brutally honest. People just get bitchy at each other. Because again, it's like a tuva. Because that was... We were okay as a team. That was not too shabby, to be brutally honest. So yeah, unlost camping kit, doesn't matter. And I got a good toolbox. Very nice indeed. Very, very nice. So let's see. So what we're at... Okay, so let's have a look-see at the killer. What was he running? Enduring, so he can recover from stuns. Lightborn, so he's resistant to flashlights. Basically, you can shine one of the items as a survivor is you can shine a flashlight in a killer's face and blind them. It's not useful in most situations. Some you can, some you can't. I'm terrible at it, so don't bother. No one escapes death. That was the perk which I managed to disable. When I went down to that totem that was all lit up totems, hex totems. When they're lit up, it means the totem is active. You want to disable those. Because this one is very, very nasty indeed. And the reason it's nasty is because basically what happens is you get there's various status effects in the game, but you get with this one you get hit with a nasty one which is exposed, where normally what you have to do is you have to get hit twice by a killer unless they've got a one-hit kill item or perk, or like the hillbilly, they got a chainsaw which is a one-hit kill weapon. No One Escapes Death turns all attacks by the killer into one-hit KOs. Very nasty indeed. That was, as it says there, basically the totems which weren't lit, this lights them up at random. One of them gets activated. It was sheer luck that I found that one, because otherwise we could have tried to go for that save and everyone would have died. I've seen that quite a lot recently. There's a tactic to take No One Escapes Death and basically make it so that once the survivors open up the exits, you basically make it so that they can't escape as much as possible, and you use this to absolutely muller them. And Tinkerer, yeah, that's mainly useful for non-stealth killers. It was alright, but he seems noob-ish. Okay, well, I could examine all the other players' stuff all day, but let's skip and continue on, see if I can get another good game. So what I'm going to run next, I'm going to stick with this. I said I didn't need Iron Will, to be honest, and quite honestly, I'm fairly crap at escaping from the killer in the first place. I mainly use Sprint Burst just to basically skedaddle, hide on the opposite side of something, and then loop around them just to try. Sometimes they do loop back if they're good, and I just get caught. It just happens. But yes, actually, let's have a look, see what else could I take out instead of Iron Will. Because I definitely want Urban Evasion, that's grand. Self-care goes without saying, I want to keep self-care. There it is, Decisive Strike. That's the one I talked about, that basically if the killer knocks you down, picks you up and starts taking you towards one of the hooks, you get a chance to once per game to basically grab an improvised shiv from the magical ether of your anus and stab them in the face. So I could do streetwise in order to eke out the toolbox, because this was free and these are low grade items, so it doesn't massively matter if I die. I kind of want Bond, which I know is strange because often the Dwight perks are seen as quite low grade, but I like Bond quite a lot because basically it allows me to see. It says auras. Basically, if there's something in between you and the ally, they're shown in like a yellow glow more than anything else. A little like sort of Tronish outline more than anything else. I'll show you in a second. But basically, it's a case of this allows me to see them if they're, well, within 36 meters. And I like that because if I'm not working on a generator and if I'm listening out and I can't hear a heartbeat, if I can say see someone who's within the radius that suddenly stops what they're doing and crouch and hides behind something, on the opposite side of where they are is most likely the killer. So I basically get an early warning so long as I'm relatively alert. Doesn't work very well for stealth killers, but I think I will take that instead. Because like I said, I'm not very good at escaping from the killers in the first place. So the iron will, so basically when you stand still when you're hurt, it does make a noise. There have been 2 instances that has worked. And even then, the killer has been so damn good that the entire team gets slaughtered anyway, so it doesn't matter. Again, going back to what I was saying about the rank reset, basically, each month you lose 10 ranks. You know, in order to, I get it, to mix it up and whatever, but what you wind up doing is you wind up shoving the people who are really good amongst the plebs. So you can have a really good survivor with 3 guys who have no idea what they're doing, and good survivor brings along a bunch of rare stuff and loses it because his team is crap. And again, like I said before, you can have a really good killer against a bunch of people who are just playing for funsies and they get mullered. But again, it's the simple fact of the idea behind the game itself which makes that a problem. Because you can't, any asymmetrical multiplayer is going to have severe problems. I think I'll just go, I mean, I haven't got many, but I'll just go for a assault pass, slightly increase the luck of everybody. Give everyone a helping hand. All of those guys are either 2 prestige or more. Possibly. So otherwise, okay, good, you're grabbing a toolbox as well, so looks like we're gonna go for a gen rush. Now I can chat to the survivors, the other survivors. It makes sense here to there be the option to chat to other survivors, that makes sense. But you don't have much time, so it's not exactly kind of like, hi, how are you doing, getting on, this is what I'm going to do, what's your suggestion, guys? You don't have time. Gas Haven, Auto Haven Records. Okay, the scrapyard with this little particular house in question. So see, that's the aura I was talking about. Now I can see this person here. Okay, they're going for a sabotage. Okay, kind of, you basically, if you've got a toolkit or some perks, you can destroy the hooks. But it's, oh, there he is, and it's Leatherface. As in, literally Leatherface. There's no way you're going to survive that, love. Or I could be entirely cocking wrong. Because what he's doing is he's doing a patrol. He's going around from generator to generator in order to find us. But Leatherface is another one of like what's called the pressure killers. Basically, the entire point of them is that, yes, they can't be sneaky, but they can basically put a lot of pressure on. I'm going to start repairing here. Unfortunately, because he's not a stealth killer, he'll have a heartbeat, which I can keep an ear out for. Hopefully, since he's all good, we're not running ruin again. I haven't got the red ring of death. I can hear the chainsaw, so he's giving some poor sod a rather bad day. But I'm all alone here, so that means the other guys are far away. So it's either just me and the killer. Nope. Okay, so someone's down. Someone's down, and I can't see them. I can't remember the name of the perk, but that's basically a perk which means that he can down a survivor, leave them be, and we can't find them to heal them because they don't show up on the map. And he's not hooking them. He's not hooking them. He's deliberately leaving her be. So you can do that. Okay, so barbecue and chili. I'm going to, because that particular killer has that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Blimey, someone rescued them already. Okay, Doll Totem. I'm going to grab that. You don't really want to rescue the survivor straight away, because if the survivor you rescue gets downed, soon, is it 10 or 15 seconds? Something like that, before 10 or 15 seconds have passed after you get them off the hook, then you lose points. Because basically people would play alongside their mates as the killers, and you would wind up with a bunch of people having to... God, that's risky, but I should probably go for it. Logic speaking, he's probably chasing these, because and annoyingly, I can't see that, so I don't know where it is. It didn't sound very loud, so I'm gonna chance it. But if he's got whatever perk that is that means that we can't see down survivors, most likely he's also running that no one escapes death that we saw in the last time. So yeah, that was a poor sod that got caught earlier. Because for the killers, the game gets far, far, far easier once there are only 3 survivors. You can get connection issues where sometimes it's only 3 survivors that turn up in the first bleeding place. And those are hard games. I think of one, maybe a handful of those. They're really, really tricky. Okay, well, you rescued Jean-Marie, so at the very least people are being distracted. This is good. Now, I have kind of screwed people because I've gone for this generator in the corner. I probably should have left it, but considering everyone's over there... Okay, good. So there's... What's he doing? Okay, running, so... Leatherface might be nearby. No, Face of Leather is over there and he's chasing someone. Good. So that means I want to find another generator to be on. I know I haven't done any sort of escaping from the killer or anything like that, unfortunately. I haven't done any healing either, but with Leatherface it's pretty much impossible because he's got a chainsaw. Most often because he's not as good as the hillbilly. Ah, see, and now there's someone repairing over there, so now I know there's a generator there. So I can pop along and help while he chases that poor sod. And then we fix this, which sounds mostly done already. Oh, you silly sod. Come here, let me heal you. Okay, so they're down, but we don't know where. It's not Jean-Marie again. Oh, this guy we're healing. There's 3 of us here, so we should have a decent shot at finishing this generator. And since there are 2 other people with me, I've also got a decent chance of Leatherface deciding not to chase after me. Now, where are the exits? Oh shit, over there. Fuck. Fortunately, the killer can see at all times exactly. Yeah, you go for the other one. Oh shit, he insta down that other one. I need to keep an ear out for the heartbeat. I might be having to leave these guys behind. I really want that toolbox though. Yoink! Now, do I risk it? Because we've no idea... Fuck, he's in the basement. But I also really, really want the points. Oh, wait. No, that's not happening. I believe the phrase, fuck this shit, I'm out, is very, very appropriate. There's no... that person's in the basement. There's no way on earth I'm going to get down to the basement to save them. Yeah. I most likely probably de-pipped because I didn't save, but I got blood points because I don't care about rank. I really don't. I care about the blood points in order to unlock stuff so I can play the game and enjoy myself. That was the middle of the road. I'll call that middle of the road. Let's see. So how badly was that? And see, I safety pipped because I did a bunch of repairs. I didn't even get touched, which is what you want, because it's a paradox really, because Lightbringer you need to repair, it's a paradox really, because with Unbroken you basically don't want to get hit at all, but with Evader, in order to get that, you need to be chased and win the chase multiple times. It's a bit tricksy. I'm going to leave before there's any salt. Yep, so that was my initial little foray into Dead by Daylight. I love this game. I love playing it. Like I said, it's my go-to multiplayer game if I feel like having a game with someone other than a computer, because I am a lonely, lonely bastard. But either way, for the moment, thank you very much indeed for watching this silly little video of mine. If you enjoyed it, have a little look-see down at the channel, see if there's anything else I've done which takes your fancy. If so, have a little look-see. By all means, my friend, subscribe if you want to, but most importantly, please be wonderful to each other. Good night.